This is a 1949 International Harvester. It's a Metro van. It's pretty rare. This is a shorty model, so it makes it very desirable. These are big commercial trucks, so I say shorty because this is the shortest wheelbase available. I got this van because I want it to be my dream shop truck. This is like perfect. It's enclosed, it's a van, it's heavy duty, and there's tons of room inside. The whole thing about vans for me is the interior. It's all about what's going on inside. The truck's in primer right now, and I'm cool with that, but the interior's horrible. I love the way that this thing was set up from the factory. It's got this cool seat that tilts forward. I redid the bracketry on that, so you kind of just get in like milk truck style. I made all new steering column, foot pedal controls. The whole interior has been revamped. It's nothing like it was because it's so low now. I've done a whole ton of work on this van, but for any cool custom van, it's all about the interior. And if you want to have a party in here, this stuff ain't gonna fly. I gotta fix it. The thing I like most about this, it's just funky. You don't see them. I've had VW buses since I was 15. I've always loved them, and this is like a big brother to a VW bus. It's like the next bigger size. It's able to tow. It has a good V6 engine with a manual transmission. It's the same idea as the VW bus, but rarer and cooler. My whole concept with this is like a dual-purpose vehicle. During the week, it's a work truck, and on the weekends, it's a play vehicle. I want it to be able to convert from work truck to camper pretty easily. So I'll just get all this crap out of your way. This is even the front seat from the pickup truck. I reused the whole thing. I gave Bob a little wish list, told him what I was looking for, and just go to work. He knows what he's doing. I guess he's gonna sand out everything, primer it, and paint it.
Normally, it would have been media blasted. It had so much patina on it from back in the day that he actually felt that it was a little too far gone to go to that extreme. So what we did was we just sanded it down and got it as ready for paint as best we could. And it still came out really good.
Spray it up. It'll be the same color as the exterior, that cool metallic silver. I really flip-flopped on color choices for this thing for a while, but I was looking through an Eastwood catalog and they had this silver metallic, and it just looked right. Ultimately, the whole van is going to be this cool silver metallic color. Right now, Bob's just going to primer it and then wait about an hour, I guess, and go right into the color and clear coat. This truck looks like a giant toaster, so I want to paint it silver. The metal flake goes with the whole 70s van vibe, custom stuff. I just mellowed it out a little bit. I didn't go for the heavy flake, I just went for a metallic, but this color's cool.
As I laid it out, I could tell it was spraying really good. It covered nicely. I thought it was really good, but the most important thing was Ian was really happy with it.
This looks totally clean, man. I'm stoked. It's way better than it was.
All right, well, thanks, man. It means a lot.
Bob's paint looks great. I just needed a no-brainer, somebody come in and nail it, and that's what he did. There's a lot of fabrication to be done on the interior, a lot of wood and upholstery, so I needed to just get the dashboard painted and move on to this more challenging stuff. This van being dual purpose, I want to build a deck across the whole rear of it, so it's like a platform bed. It's going to be made out of angle iron, I think 2-inch. The whole thing is it's got to be strong and it's got to fold up. This is the start of the rear deck. The whole idea is these panels are going to fold up and become the walls of the van when you're in work mode. And then if you go camping or whatever, this is actually a big mat. It's a big bed you can sleep on. I'm going to work on fabbing up the structure out of angle iron. I came up with some material that could act as hinges, so Bob's going to build the hinges and I'm going to build a frame. So I thought we'd need 8, but 6 seems to do it. I just welded them right onto the interior structure, so once we cut this in half, the 2 sides will flip right open. I built one big square frame. My plan of attack was to just build it, cut it in half, and it should hinge. Turns out the van isn't square. Surprise, surprise. There's always a problem. You know, the best laid plans, there's a statement about that. Typical stuff. Oops, the van wall is angled in, and I had to go a little backwards. By angling the rear of this bed frame, it actually gives you way more room to sit in the back door, and it looks cool. It was really cool to see this platform there, actually constructed. I've been thinking about this for weeks, and it turns out it works great. It hinges perfect, and it's super strong. I need some material for the walls. They're gonna be upholstered. I had a couple acrylic sheets, plexiglass. It'll work perfect. You could use pretty much anything. It's gonna be covered with vinyl in the end. I just cut it to fit and put a couple screws in it. What do you think, man? You need a couple bean bags, a few bongos.
Cooler full of ice cold beverages.
This is just the first step. The goal here is finished interior. This is gonna be a real challenge.
I'm really enthused about getting to work on it, and I'm really glad he did this project, you know, for himself. You know, it's something really, really nice.
I need to buy like 20 yards of vinyl, 10 yards of carpet, a bucket of spray glue, interior panels, the whole 9 yards. So if you got the spot, let's take a ride.
Well, we'll go up there and I'll show you what they have.
He's got the skinny on the cheapest fabric in town. So we went to this place here in the valley. It's awesome. They've got all kinds of foam, every type of fabric. It's like full industrial supply house. They got everything. I walked into that place and I didn't know where to start. I mean, I was charged up. It's like, this is men's shopping at its finest. Oh yeah, that's like headliner
material, all different colors.
Maybe I should just do it in this. Jack showed me around all the different samples of vinyl they have. They got a million different foams. So he just kind of directed me to the least possible expense and the best quality for the money. This is pretty much how I roll. Show me to the dismembered packages. I want the interior of this van to be dim, kind of like a cozy bar you might want to spend some time at. I'm thinking like oxblood, dark, red, burgundy, something like that. But I love contrast, so I want like a light tone to offset it. I found exactly what I needed. I just got to get back to the shop, finish up the walls, and get on to the final upholstery. The hardest part for this van to me is going to be the rear quarters. The whole thing will lay out pretty easily. It's the corners that are going to be such a problem area. It's a really hard shape to make out of flat sheets of material. So to me, that's like the pride of this whole interior, is creating these corner panels. Jack explained a couple ideas on how he would have done this. And I guess he takes a series of paper slats and creates this shape and glues them all together. I don't have any paper, so I'm gonna try to do the same thing out of metal. We'll see how it works out. Trying to take a flat sheet and make a dome out of it is really hard. It could be done with metal, you know, it's just gonna take time. This idea of layering these pieces, you are overlapping them, kind of like a lobster tail, or if you see like a metal glove in like a knight in shining armor, the way his fingers actuate. Same concept, it's just a number of layers overlapping to create a compound curve. This van had a huge amount of rust repair, so I saved the walls. That's just what I do. I replaced both walls on the van, I saved the old panels, and now I'm gonna reuse them. The main reason I decided to use steel is because I have this slip roller from Eastwood, and I knew I could just cut a few strips and roll them right into shape. This is a slip roller. The idea is it takes sheet metal and makes coils out of it. The idea is there'll be a series of these that overlap each other and change their angle, and then I'll trim it all back. So the first step is obviously this one right here, because we want it to be bigger than the rest. My whole process in everything is just figuring it out. You know, point A to point Z is in a zigzaggy direction. These rear corners are pretty challenging, but I feel like it's gonna work out. The hardest part for me was figuring out how all these pieces were gonna come together in this compound curve. Once I had the top and the bottom panels in, I knew filling in the rest was gonna happen. I used a whole bunch of screws to hold this thing in place. I tack welded it and really just finished it off with the hammer until it looked as smooth as I could get it. So you can see this side is the overlaps. It's not that big a deal. There's still plenty of room back here. And I could have gone about this like 100 different ways, but this took about 20 minutes and I used up some scrap metal in the process. Just trying to figure some stuff out. I don't know what more to say about it. I'm told that this foam will stretch to the contour of this. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to put 2 layers of foam in here because I'm trying to make it as smooth as possible. I don't want it to look faceted or choppy. The whole idea with my plan of attack is that 2 layers of foam and then the headliner material should smooth out all the rough edges. And we won't know until it's all glued up. I got this spray adhesive that works like paint. You put it in a spray gun and it works like magic. It's super strong, it stinks amazingly, and it's a lot of fun. So this whole vinyl interior thing is coming together pretty cool. All the panels are pretty much mocked up. I just have to do this last one and then skin the doors. I've made panels that fit inside every area that's going to be exposed. Got that board with foam and vinyl on it. So it's got the dashboard. I think the silver paint works great with this dark burgundy color. I'm really stoked. It just makes it look luxurious. The whole concept with the interior of this is like pirate ship. I've been thinking about that for a while. Something kind of classy, boat inspired, definitely outlaw. That's the whole van thing. Thought I might put some kind of a nicer finish rolled edge on this thing so it doesn't just look like a hard square, but when I was buying this material, I bought a wrong piece. And this one must be like for a door stop or something. But I think it'll work perfect for that rolled edge I was looking for. I'm doing what I can with what I got. Interior dudes can go off on this thing and spend a year on the interior. You know, I'm trying to do something that's feasible for this work play vehicle. So the whole idea is that this fabric just makes a little bit more of a presence on the front edge. See that? This looks a little more rich. Definitely looks cool. Got an idea. These doors are pretty rough, and to body work and finish them, to paint them would really be a huge time-consuming process. So I think I'm just gonna glue vinyl over them. You know, so far, anything that needs to be bitten, licked, or chewed on, he's like all over it. I couldn't ask for a better assistant in the licking and chewing department. Come on, it's time for glue, and you know what that does to you. You lose all your composure. this looks really great. I love the way the dashboard came out. Yo.
Hey Ian, what's up?
Hey man, what's going on? What do you got?
Hey, you know, you kind of left the artistic impression up to me on this thing, and
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in recycling anything and everything I can get wood-wise, especially when it comes upon, you know, some good hardwood. So,
Exactly the channel we're on here too.
and this is Ipe wood. It's from South America. They use it on decking a lot. And what this is a piece of handrail that came off a deck that was redone. So I got 3 or 4 pieces of this, and I was thinking that we would use this as the cap for the handrail on that thing.
Nate stopped by, showed me this recycled piece of wood that he has, and it's gonna work out perfect. Yes, I'm totally down with that. That
Okay.
sounds great.
Cool.
So what you're saying is that this will actually be the cup holder in here?
Yeah, we'll drill right into the top of that and create your cup holders.
Okay. You got a plan.
I got a plan.
The roof skin is the largest panel. It's the biggest challenge in the whole deal, especially because it's hanging upside down. It's got to be screwed together right, and I don't want it to buckle or look lousy. Because the roof is hanging upside down, there's a pretty good chance for it to warp because all the pressure point is hanging on the screw heads. I put some metal strips along each side of the panel that should help give it strength. All this is a hemmed edge. You can see is a sheet metal panel that comes around the edge. That way it's just a lot stronger. This is a pretty simple scenario. You have your backing board, you glue some foam on, glue vinyl, and staple the backside. It leaves a pretty generic looking panel. I got this idea that's gonna spice it up a bit. Got all these wooden slats. I think it offsets the color pretty cool. They're gonna be roughly a foot, 16 inches apart. The whole idea is the strips go lengthwise down the sides and the roof. It just makes it look cool, I don't know. There's gonna be wood strips every 16 inches. I mean, there's gonna be wood on the roof, there's gonna be wood on the walls. I might even put some outside, maybe even wooden rims. That would be ridiculous. The devil's in the details, just getting the rest of these interior parts installed. Got to give respect to all the guys who do interior stuff. This is a very simple design, and it's really a workout. You may ask yourself, how does one guy hold a 4-foot by 8-foot sheet on the ceiling? John had a pile of firewood, so I screwed a piece of firewood to a 2x4. Got to adapt and overcome. It's the only way. This is what I'm thinking. If I sit here, and then I stick this right here, holds it up. That's using your hand. One of the last things I need to do on this van is probably the most gnarly. I gotta cut the glass, and it's like, who knows what could happen. In an effort to do everything myself as usual, I decided I was going to take on the challenge of cutting the glass, and it has proven to be quite an art form that I'm not very proficient in. I thought that cutting this glass would be a pretty good challenge, and it has been. I made templates for all the windows. This is the windshield, basically a mirror, driver's side, passenger side. I bought a huge sheet of glass, and I've been slowly but surely destroying it, trying to learn how to cut this stuff properly. There's a plastic laminate between 2 panels of glass. That's what this safety glass is. So the plastic is pretty tough. The idea being when the window breaks, it doesn't shatter all over you. The way you cut the glass is you score both sides with the glass cutter, crack it, and then put some flammable liquid. I was using denatured alcohol. You light it on fire and melt the plastic. The guy at the glass shop didn't want to do this job for me. It's part of the reason I ended up doing it. He had an issue with an employee who spilled the denatured alcohol all over himself and didn't realize how flammable it was. You don't want to light yourself on fire. There it goes, all by itself. Ta-da! So the last step in this whole process is finishing off the edges. You want to pretty much polish them because any imperfections in the edge could cause a stress point, which will crack the glass in the end. Found the easiest way to rough out the shape is with this diamond wheel. It's for cutting tile. Has like little pieces of diamond fused onto this metal disc. But if you just write about it, it works pretty efficiently. Getting the glass in was the last thing. Now this thing's weather tight. Interior's in, the van is ready to roll. The van's together. I got the airbags in, it's a driver. The big secret it's hiding is it's my old work truck. It's a 1988 GMC pickup truck. From the radiator to the gas tank, I modified the whole thing and put this international body over it. So it drives like a modern vehicle. It's got a Vortec V6 with a manual 5-speed. Airbags all around, it's a bitch and ride. I got the seats back from Jack. They look sweet. It was his whole design with these stitched ribs and the grommets. I saw a seat he had there, and it translated perfectly to these two shapes. I chose this kind of oxblood color vinyl for the interior because I just thought it would look rich. You know, the exterior of the van is pretty mellow, but when you look inside, it's pretty special. My friend Nate made this cool console-like bar thing. It's just one of the things when you walk in, it's the focal point. You know, it's a really nice piece of furniture. This thing is immaculate. It's better than anything I could have made. I spent a lot of time on the structure of the fold-down walls. I wanted them to be very usable, so this whole hinge and steel mechanism I came up with has proven to work well. The whole concept with this van is its usability. You know, it's not a show car, so the back is set up to load and carry whatever, or you can hang out in it. That's the whole idea with this. It's a utility vehicle. My friend Stone is an artist. He's a craftsman in a pretty unique genre. There is no limit to what he could have queued up for me.
What's up, man?
What's happening? What have you gotten yourself into this time?
What I got myself into, what we're gonna get into. It's a big bus, but it's gonna get bigger. It will be 50 feet wide, second deck all the way front to back, but it's basically a floating island.
Like a cruise ship.
Oh, it's a total cruise ship. See this whole structure right here?
Yeah.
It's gone. Just blow it away right now, just like we're cutting it all out. Add wings to each side. Each wing needs to fold up to where it's a bus again, and then drive.
It's like when you see the carnival on the freeway, it's all closed up.
Exactly. When we fold this thing out and we set it all up, we put the sound system, DJs, you don't see the bus no more, it's gone.
You're saying wings, but it's actually a dance floor? Or?
Listen, I already got it, man, it's done. 2 bars, DJ booth right here. It's a themed out thing. Like Headhunter, a lot of skulls, little bamboo, tiki stuff. Somehow you need to figure out to take a 50-foot island that folds into itself and then folds out for probably one of the biggest festivals ever held every year in the middle of the desert.
I don't even know what to say. It's like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah, man. All right, so first thing I think is that we gotta get rid of these windows.
Like with all of my clients at the beginning of a project, I always like to give them the opportunity, you know, to take the chicken exit, to opt out early and just forget the whole thing. This is your last chance. With this type of shuttle bus, I mean, you could go to work shuttling people to the airport.
But you think I want to work for the airport? I want to work for the circus. We're going to town on this. Cut it.
Sounds like he should be committed. Sounds like he's committed. The easiest task of this whole thing, these windows unscrew. Let's just pull them out and then we'll relocate those wiring harnesses because that is something we don't want to mess with, guaranteed.
Ha!
There it goes. With this project, there's a ton of gray area.
All right, here we go. I could do this.
I've been there plenty of times before, and every journey into the unknown starts with a first step.
There we go.
I got it. We just got to get these windows out so we can commence the demolition. It's going to be a spectacle. Well, I think it's a solid concept, man. Let's get started. Stone talks about a dance floor on the roof, you know, party on the ceiling. Okay, so I guess we're gonna create a huge structure similar to what would be a roof rack, but people can walk on it. If all our calculations are correct, this will be the second story of the cruise ship. With all these wild concepts that Stone's thrown out, you know, he's seeing the end result, but there's just gonna be a lot of understructure, a lot of thought into the functionality of this before any decoration starts.
This is Popo from Germany, and this is Chef Aaron, our other chef. They're here to help us get this framework up and start making measurements, yeah?
I get to do this type of work pretty much every day with my car projects, and most normal people don't see this kind of action, so everybody's involved, and it's pretty high energy.
What do you think? Does that look good?
That looks pretty good from here.
That hangover?
I gotta say.
Yeah?
That's a roof rack. The main concept of this is we're not relying on the bus structure for the support of this. The fact is, it's going to be anchored into the floor of the bus. We create a series of these uprights that are going to pierce through the existing roof to really support it before we take any of the original bus apart. We decided to do this way because Stone is talking about cutting the walls off. It's like the bus was this big, but now it's this big.
Is that a magnet? That's a sensor. Wow,
There it is, right there. As we work through this bus roof and wall issue, the biggest problem I'm seeing is with these doors. Somewhere in this very complicated system, there are switches that tell the bus computer whether the doors are open or shut. See, this is like the Wild West edition, where we only have a freaking knife and a cordless drill, and we have to build an art car.
Yeah.
Once the bus understands the doors are closed, it will go into gear. If the doors are open, it stays put. Our task is to find this switch and convince the bus that the doors are always closed, even when there's no more doors. Just turn that on, so let's see if it's a magnet.
Is your insurance all up to speed?
Yes.
All right. Here we go. Whoa, what the hell did you do, Ian?
No gear?
Nope, it won't go.
So these don't do anything. This is not the switch we're looking for. The doors have to come off, and if the bus doesn't move, then we have no project.
Aha!
So it's electric.
It's a micro switch.
So we plug those two together and tell it that it's shut 100% of the time. The doors are never open.
Reverse.
No throttle.
pedal. Let me go and drive just to make sure. No pedal.
This is where it starts to get really weird. It's like bus whisperer moment. It's like, you know, talk to the bus. It's the old needle nose plier micro switch override technique.
Brakes off. Drive. Boom. Here we go.
They're
Hang
good.
on.
Through trial, error, a lot of luck, and a little bit of knowledge, we figured it out.
Booyah!
This is the first major hurdle, and I say we hurdled it. There it is.
What doors?
We need no stinking doors. So, now on to the next. This is what's called full commitment. Let's get it to the shop, weld this structure for the second floor in place, and then we're down to cutting, big time. In starting demolition on this thing, we could just go anywhere and start hacking, but I know we're gonna have to mount these wings somewhere, so before we get too far into the cutting phase, I'm trying to figure out where the structure is. One away. I've never built anything like this, you know, I'm pretty much cars and spaceships, never this thing. Look at that.
No more bus.
This is more like an extreme makeover show or something, you know, where they rebuild a house. It's like a radical living party space on wheels. Whoa! We got a lot of hands on deck, so it really makes progress rapidly. That's a substantial chunk of vehicle. Now I see where he's going with this. Let's get these walls down.
Here it is.
You don't realize what transformation has occurred until you're there and you see the walls cut out of this thing. I gotta say, this was a good call, man. All of a sudden, the panorama is
Right?
quite a view. So now we know what the structure's made of. We can knock that other wall out and it's ready for the wings. Strange as it sounds, the roof floor covering, the floor on the roof, Stone's crew is getting this wood burning technique to give a little texture to the floor upstairs. I'm going to continue to cut out the rest of the roof and get everything ready for this wing installation. One of the more challenging portions of this project is Stone's idea for this folding dance floor wing concept.
This was a stage.
Yeah.
Right? So bands would go on it, DJs or whatever. I save everything.
You're not kidding.
We don't get rid of nothing. And
Right.
we might have to cut these up a little bit and maybe make some tweaks, but I think that essentially these have become our wings. And then I have these stainless steel hinges
Yep.
that
Gotcha.
I kind of salvaged from another project.
Well, those are heavy duty too,
Oh,
man.
they're super heavy duty.
Wow.
We got to figure out how to get those mounted to the bus, and then if you can come up with some solution on how we'll be able to, hinge these up and down without using like a bunch of manpower.
This is the biggest part of the project, so, well, yes, I can conceive a few things, but there's always the unknown. Stone's got an eye for things that work, and he chose all of these staging sections, put them back together, and attach them to the rig. All right, we're a little more, Aaron. Right there. Okay, we're at the height. There's actually a really thick steel beam. We're just gonna drill right through that with this hinge. There's some structure under the floor of the bus that we should be able to drill through and bolt on directly, and that's a huge time saver. Cool. Maybe just tie off those straps.
I got fatter when I was underneath there.
You hear the term getting thrown under the bus? Yeah, I've never heard about getting stuck under the bus.
I gotta go on a diet.
Let's just let this down and see what it does. I mean, it's not real heavy now, but test it before it's got all that plywood on it. Ooh.
Sweet.
Sure, the hinge idea is perfect, but I don't know about dance floor. Right now it looks like a trampoline. We're gonna have to get some structure into this thing. Let's fold this up. I'll get the tractor. One thing I know is this is super heavy, so I got some heavy equipment too. Let's just get it in place and see what we're working with.
1, 2, 3.
Piece of cake.
All right.
Crunch.
All right, there we go.
So this
Whoa,
is way too tall.
That is definitely not gonna fit.
We mock it up, lay it down, and it's just not gonna work. It's 7 inches different. I mean, you could see it's gonna,
So
it's
we need to
pitching way in. We need to section 7 inches out of it. The downside of this is that it's 7 inches too tall. If it was too short, it'd be way easy to just build it up. So we're gonna have to go through the hard way. It's almost like sectioning a car, but I'm gonna have to go through all of this steel structure and refit it.
So this is one part of the wing, and then we have a whole nother section was actually bigger than this one. So we want the whole dance floor to come at least to the very back of the bus.
Same old story, different day. Sounds like Stone wants these wings a lot bigger, more towards the rear of the vehicle, and almost triple the size of the original floor pattern.
We're at the point now where I'm making things bigger and making Ian's life a little harder, but I mean, why not? Let's just go big or go home, right?
Another idea and a pile of parts. It's time for me to pull it off. First step in making these retractable wings usable as a dance floor is to section down the support structure. In my typical fashion, I'm trying to find the easiest way through this. Hi-ya! But I think if I make the right steps, I can maintain the structure and drop it down. The whole challenge of this is the main structure. You're gonna have 50 people walking on your work. It's gotta count. Plenty of room. Everything looks good here. Next step, test it out. Oh, wow, you got plywood in place.
So while you guys are busy doing
Nice.
this, check this out.
Yeah, it looks like a platform.
It's pretty square and ugly looking. I'm gonna come in here and just find my curves, and we'll just jigsaw that out. Like
Oh,
this
now
kinda
you're talking my language. You don't know
See?
how I draw that.
I know, you're right.
I'm feeling better already. I was getting all technical, but
All
now
right,
I'm
here
right
we
back
go.
in the mode.
No, love, we're free spirits right here, bud.
Perfect.
This is how we're gonna do it right
That
here.
is a happy little piece of plywood. By the time you're done screwing this and putting the jigsaw through it, we can roll that under and we're good, man. We got the first prototype.
Adam, cut it out.
There it is. So let's get some guys up there. We'll strap it,
Okay.
lift it, roll it under. I bet it's on the money. Lift her up. Here we go.
Hey. Bam!
Cha-ching. Looks good, man.
It's discreet,
I
right?
mean, discreet, yeah.
So driving down the road, when a cop looks at you, you just be like, nothing
Totally.
weird going on over here.
No, nothing weird here. It looks like every other RV on the road.
1, 2, 3.
And now walk it right in. All right, let's drop that wall. This is lined up just like it should be. It's within an inch.
Okay, here we go. Watch your fingers and toes.
And
And
nose.
other parts.
Look at that, it's level.
Holy smoke, look at that.
I gotta say, it's a pretty crazy idea, but here it is. It's gonna work. That's not going anywhere.
It's like,
Yeah, put a slide.
whoa! There's always a clown. There's
Always a clown. With the main part of the dance floor in place and Stone wanting this thing to extend to the back, I got a pretty clear plan on what to do next. Took a field trip out to my friend Cadillac Pat's compound. Hoping to get a few parts for the art car project, but I also want to see his whole collection. Now we know why you're called Cadillac Pat.
What's up, man?
Good
Long
to see
time,
ya.
man.
Walking right in the gate, he's got a lineup of Cadillacs.
There's a point where I've had like a dozen classic Cadillacs. I culled the collection down, so I've gotten it down to the ones I really like.
The chop is iconic. It makes those fins look gigantic.
The shock and awe, man.
Right.
It's got flamethrowers in it.
Nice.
Super low, just obnoxious.
Nice. Pat's really into the music scene, so he built a really cool stage for him and his buddies to rock out on.
I had a buddy of mine helping in the deconstruction of the House of Blues on Sunset Boulevard in
Oh
Hollywood.
yeah, for sure.
And he called me up and he says, hey man, you interested in some metal signs from that venue? And I'm like, well, yeah. So I was
Stage.
like, it'd look rad if I made a stage for this thing. And it went from a small stage to this.
What is it, 16 feet tall? This stage is one of the reasons I reached out to Pat. This was built mainly from repurposed materials, and he mentioned that he had a whole bunch of aluminum that was laying on the side.
Well, maybe this will work for you here. It's some 2x2 aluminum.
Perfect. Looks like a shark cage or something. What the heck
yeah,
was this?
man.
Yeah, we're building this art car. It's like a mobile stage.
Okay.
It's this material. It's 2x2,
Oh,
crazy
cool.
enough.
It's yours, man. Get it out of here.
I know, you got stuff, so do I. Pat's more than willing to donate this to the cause, so that's always a plus. You know, favor for a favor, that's how we're rolling.
Put it to use.
This crazy concept is a go. The bus drives fine with those wings folded up, as prescribed. It looks like a bunch of carnies coming through my neighborhood. We're gonna have to definitely mellow this out. Stone's mode here is to completely hide the donor vehicle for this project. In party mode, you don't even know it's a bus.
We gotta hide every inch of this bus. We can't let nobody know that there's an actual bus underneath that. We're gonna make it look like a float. Right here, I started with this wood paneling, right?
Yeah, it looks cool.
Pop it right off.
Gotcha.
Watch fingers. So when we're done with this, you won't see 1 inch of this entire, but you won't even see this wheel. You won't see nothing. Being from New Orleans with Mardi Gras and floats and all that stuff,
Right.
we're basically building a big, massive, super strong float, but like all made out of metal, super tough, that we can just bring it anywhere for as long as we want and it won't fall apart.
Super float.
Super float.
Goes on the freeway.
The lights, the windshield wipers, all that stuff will just go away as soon as we put the mask on.
Stone says he's made some progress on the aesthetics. He's come up with this giant mask shape that he wants to attach to the front.
I got this really gnarly, like really kind of aggro looking dude. So here, come check it out. Come in the shop. They're all laying all over the place. So we use a little bit of paint, a little bit of water, get a little bit of rust going.
Okay.
Mouth, eyes. And this is basically his like headdress, his eyebrows.
This is very similar to the way I work. You know, you have a concept, you have a mock-up, there's pieces everywhere. Will everything work together? That's where we're at now. Stone has a lot of experience building these large-scale art projects, but you never know what they're gonna look like when it's actually installed. Let's get it together and see what we're working with.
All right.
We're gonna tack weld it all together, hang it in place to see if anything needs modification. Ultimately, it'll be removable, nut and bolt system.
Can you see it, Ian? Do you see it?
I think so.
Is my imagination coming through your circuits on this one or what? Old Savage World, Indiana Jones, like that whole kind of Temple of Doom.
Oh, right,
and you're always looking for treasures. And then I'm gonna do a lot more gold patinas where he looks like he just ate a bunch of gold and it's just dripping out of his mouth. So
Gold
like, you know,
eaters.
it's a
I've
little
heard of
throwback
gold
to-
diggers,
Yes.
but gold eaters? I know the drivability of this vehicle is gonna be in very slow motion, idling around basically in party mode. And looking at this mask, it's completely blocking the driver's view. I'm sure Stone has already thought that issue through.
I want to try to move all the driving up there.
Of course he's thought it through. That's Ian's problem. Just make it drive. Just like that?
Just like that.
I must ask you a question.
I must ask you a question.
Need to mock it up properly. It's just laying on the floor. It doesn't look anything like this. I'm gonna give up this car building business. These parade floats are where it's at.
Oh yeah, look how mean he looks, dude.
Look how the sun
Look
comes
with the
through
sun
the
coming in
eyeballs.
and that light
Yeah.
in his eye.
Down on the right,
The sun.
up on the left, yeah. A huge part of this concept is how it looks at night. That's really when the parties pop off. So, the idea of illuminating the mask from behind to give it a lot of light up features is of paramount importance. Stone said he wants the controls on the art car up on the roof, and the first thing that comes to mind was this boat. It does the same thing. You're up here, you got your hand on the wheel, you're overlooking everything. In the art car, you can see if anybody's in your way. You got full 360-degree vision. This demonstrates the concept, but getting the controls in the bus from the floor to the roof is a little bit more of a challenge. I got a plan. It's got the look, right? Some pirate ship stuff. I got some stuff mocked up here, doing a little thinking, and my whole task is to just come up with a proof of concept and, sell Stone on the idea. All about the oldest template material in the books. Pizza box templates. They're free with pizza. The first step is to deal with the steering issue. I'm just gonna come in with this X that's centered on the wheel. Up here is the boat steering wheel. Then there's a universal joint right on the top. That way the steering wheel stays there, and this thing goes right on top. For our purposes, we've got to be really strong and really simple. The pedals are going to be a little more elaborate. We'll call this Exhibit B. I don't want them to be linked directly. What I want is from the bottom of the seat, there's this bracket that's bolted to the floor. Your pedal is here. There's a rod that comes out, and then there's a wheel on it. So the thing about these pedals, it's cool because it has heel action. So you have full control of the acceleration. Instead of just picking up your foot and hoping it returns, you can stop it. The same thing with the brakes. You take the brakes off or on, heel or toe. Now that Arts and Crafts Hour is done, Exhibit B, Exhibit A, let's see how these things will work out. Describing it to someone, this could seem a little harebrained. Hey, it's yet untested, right? I think it's guaranteed it's gonna work. A lot of what I do is to just find something or some things. So you see there's a variety of materials in use, namely the steering wheel, the pedal cluster, etc., and then connect the dots. And the whole idea is it's just like the steering column in a car. This attaches to the bus. The sleeve here goes right in. There you have it, one full custom steering shaft. It always stays horizontal. That's a huge angle. We won't even be dealing with that. We're almost straight. In theory, it seems like it's all gonna work once it's installed, but we're not there yet. This steering is simple. You see it's one rod right straight through. That's why I did it first. The more complex part is this pedal assembly. First thing I gotta do is set up these heim joints. Just like the universal joint in that steering shaft, it's got a little wiggle. I like figuring stuff out. This is a pretty unique challenge. I just kind of thought about this pedal actuating system simply by not wanting any friction on the pedal and not wanting to modify the bus pedal. So it just felt to me like a roller design would be the most fluid. Let's just imagine that that's the bus gas pedal. So what this does is it rides on it, just like that. And I attach the vertical rods anywhere in here. It's not the weirdest thing yet, but it's definitely not the most conservative. This rod is way small. This is just an example. So you're up there, you press on the gas, and that presses on the gas. Gas and brake, both in the same way, like a marionette. And as an emergency procedure, this spring is gonna hang somewhere on the rod. So as you press down on the gas, it always comes back up. So it'll take some foot to get this thing going, but as a safety feature, guy falls off the roof, the bus stops. We're getting close. The deadline for the event is coming up. I'm excited to get this Savage Island into test mode. It looks like Stone and the crew have been making a lot of progress. It's all coming together. We're running short on time. I got everything I needed to established with the steering and the controls so you could drive it from the roof. Stone's really been working towards this savage look. Leopard print on the floor, there's a lot of rope details, rope ladders, a lot of carved wooden elements. We got this dance floor and its extensions in place. It's come together. This thing is looking crazy cool, man.
Right, isn't it? This is only half of it, but
There's been way more going on than when I saw it last.
I can't wait to see my kid's face when we drive this thing around and he's able to see all his hard work, all of our crew's hard work.
What's up, laddie?
Gage helped us
Oh, wow.
get these flags done.
Your dad wanted to drive this thing from the roof, so I set up some parts. It's ready to test.
So the brake and gas
Yeah.
pedals all hooked up?
Oh, you know it.
Yes. Let me know when we're ready.
Here's the call from the basement. You can hear he's ready. Full ahead, put her in drive.
Here we go.
So see, my foot is on the brake upstairs. Let's take it off, and it rolls. Pretty cool, huh?
Look, no hands, Mom. Driving a big 40-foot bus. Just sitting here. I was a little worried about throwing that wrench into, Ian's gears, but he knocked it out of the park.
Forward, hope!
It was like effortless. Drove like a dream. This is exactly what we wanted. This is perfect.
That's what I'm talking about. Driving on the roof. Driving from the roof concept was a great call. Sitting up front, you have a very clear and safe vision of where you're heading.
Reverse!
And you hear the reverse? Back her up.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Wow, it actually happened, from concept to completion. We're actually on a boat.
Ian, this is perfect, dude. We are moving and I'm not driving. I love it.
Around the world and back again. That's the sailor's way.
How'd that feel with the pedals and stuff?
It's perfect, man. It just wouldn't be a complete success without letting the captain take the wheel.
Wow, this thing's fast. You gotta get a little feel to it. There we go. There it is, there it is. Boom! Ian pulled it off or what?
You did. Ian, you did a good job. I don't know if you can hear me.
He can hear you. Say it louder, right?
Ian, you did amazing.
This thing's driving real good, but it's kind of like an elephant in an ice rink. It needs some room to roam. It's been a fun ride. I always love a good project and a challenge, but the big payoff is seeing all the people respond to it. Folks who never even understood what we're up to. You could tell Savage Island is in full effect.
It was a lot of work, but we got it done. To be in the wide open space with like 50 people on it and just cruise around, I couldn't have asked for anything better than what's going on right now.
The challenge from the start here was to take a city bus that could fold up, drive to an event, and become this floating island, Savage Island party barge. Mission accomplished.